Welcome back to another episode of Descent 2nd Edition Shadow Rune campaign. I'd like to start this episode with an overview of our heroes and what has changed over the course of last several encounters and level ups and some lucky finds in the chests or throughout the traveling phase. So let me start with Ogre Grissom, and he's gaining a lot of power, as you'll see. We saved 2 XP points, which we want to spend it on Cloud of Mist. All right, the Cloud of Mist. For one action, exhaust this card. As long as this card is exhausted, each space within 3 spaces of you, if it's a target of an attack, it will miss. The attack will miss unless the attacker spends one surge. So it's like a shield really that can be pierced with using surges, and it requires one stamina. So this is what Ogre Grissom will gain in his arsenal of skills. He's level 2 now, really very close to level 3. He also has Healing Rain, which we've been using quite a lot, Drain Spirit, and his starting Storm Skin, of course. So he's pretty all right for a healer now. As you know, we're playing the Spirit Speaker, and in one of my first videos, or maybe even in the opening video, I mentioned that the Spirit Speaker class has been, criticized by a lot of decent 2nd edition fans. So, but because of the class being, underwhelming, but I like it. I quite enjoy that. It's like a more passive, indirect healing. You need to have a good hero with his or her hero ability and hero feat that synergizes well with Spirit Speaker. I think Ogre Grissom's hero ability is up for the task, really, to get coupled with Cloud of Mist, Healing Rain, Drain Spirit. I think it synergizes very well. I quite enjoy playing that class. It's not that easy to keep your guys alive, especially when we close in to the Act 2. Now that will be a lot of challenge for us, as you'll see very, very shortly. So that's that. We haven't had any adjustments to his health points or stamina points. We managed to collect the Staff of Light that you saw in the previous video, and he also found 2 potions. Not 2, just one potion, Liquid Vigor. Flip this card over during your turn to reduce the fatigue cost of all of your skill cards by 2 stamina to a minimum of 0 until the end of your turn. So almost everything can be used free of charge, okay? As long as I have enough actions to use these. And the other item that we're carrying is the Flash Bomb. Okay, so for an action, flip this card over to make a ranged attack with this item. If the attack does not miss, the targets are stunned regardless of health suffered. It has a blast effect on it, and for a surge, +2 range, for a surge, terrify, and 3 green dice. So yeah, I decided to give it to Ogre so that he can, perform some attacks if there's nothing else he can do. So that's Ogre Grissom. Okay, now the hero of heroes. I mean, yeah, Brother Garen. And you might remember that I decided to play with a custom-made class, which is a Warlock class. I found it on BGG forums, where you can find a lot of interesting custom-made material for Descent 2nd edition. I highly recommend that. Unfortunately, I do not know who the author is. I would have credited them, definitely, because they've done a fantastic job. I think the same guy created a pack of different heroes, classes that you can use. I decided to go for Warlock coupled with Necromancer. Okay. Oh, and I will click Cloud of Mist. Now let's go to the Brother Garen. He's a beast now. You will see what he can do is absolutely incredible. Right? He's a proper necromancer, Warlock necromancer. evil character at that as well. So where do we even begin? Let's begin with what we're going to do in terms of his skills upgrade. He also has two skill points, 2 XP points, which we're going to spend on a custom-made skill from the Warlock line called Transfusion, right? Warlock Transfusion. It applies 2 additional health to his gigantic health pool right now. I'll tell you all about it in just a moment. But what is the transfusion skill all about? It costs 1 stamina and 1 action. Perform an attack with a magic weapon. If you deal at least 1 damage after rolling defense dice, choose a hero within your line of sight. The chosen hero recovers health equal to the amount of damage suffered by the target of this attack. All right, so it's like a, transfusion. It siphons the health from the target and puts it into one of your allies. Fantastic, synergy with Brother Garen's abilities, with Warlock, and with our Spirit Speaker. So he will be a supportive healer if we need that, and it's not that expensive really. So I'm really happy about this skill coming into the skill pool that we have. Apart from that, we have our standard Corpse Blast, we have the Fury of the Undead, and Raise Dead, our starting skill, together with our trusted zombie over there, right? All right. So that's that. Unfortunately, this class is not in Valkyrie, so I cannot indicate that Garen used his 2 skill points on the app, so I'll just leave it like that. I'll remember that he used it, but his items, right? His items. We've managed to find Life Drain Scepter in one of the chests. Oh no, we actually bought it. Did we buy it or we found it? Can't remember. I think it was through the Genie's Lamp that we found it in one of the previous episodes. Anyway, that fits perfectly. Will it be enough in Act 2? I don't think so, but I like it very much because of the fact how it synergizes with the Warlock class. We also have the Runic Plate. We have the Braces of Shadow, and we have the Blood Ring. So all in all, these items allow us to gain 4 HP extra. So his natural HP pool is 12, so he's up to 16. Okay, but as a result of transfusion, he gets 2 more, so it's 18 now. So 18 HP, right? Wow. So as you can see, it doesn't fit in his dashboard. All right, and we bought in town, we managed to buy the Tome of, what's it called? Tome of, in English, Battle Tome. Battle Tome, yeah? So for 1 surge, plus 1 range, plus 1 damage. For 2 surges, plus X health, where X is equal to your book, which is 4. If I use that powerful attack, the Battle Tome, burns to ashes, and I have to remove it from my equipment. Okay, so it's like one-off ultimate damage. If I couple that with transfusion, ooh, that will be so powerful. All right, it's one-handed, and my Life Drain Scepter is one-handed, so I'll equip both of these. And they both provide me with an attack, so I can attack with that. Apart from that, so I have 2 weapons. I can use either of these, okay? Oh, wow. I just realized I can't do that. I can't do that because they're both weapons, okay? No, they're actually one-handed, so... Yeah, I can have them equipped, but I can't attack using the attack pool at the same time, so either of these 2. So that's fine, Okay, so I'll put it there. That's him. As a result of me equipping all these items, Garen is able to apply 3 different conditions: Weakened, Terrify, and Doomed. And these actually will come in handy in Act 2. Okay, so that's Garen, our Warlock Necromancer. Let's slide him there. And let's quickly go through Laurel and Jurek, and then we'll proceed with where we go from that. So as far as Laurel is concerned, where is she? We decided to buy the Bow of Bone and in town, and it gives us yellow for attack, so not that great in terms of Act 2 for 1 surge +2 to range and +1 damage, for 2 surges +3 damage. If you did not move, add 1 green dice to your attack pool. So that's quite good. We will take Bow Mastery. Every time you perform the attack with bow, you can exhaust this card to add 1 surge to your attack, which will synergize very well with the Bow of Bone. Okay, and that's basically it. We don't have anything new. That's the only thing for Laurel here. Okay, and as far as Jurek is concerned, let's just quickly go through his abilities. So that was Bow Mastery, and now Jurek. Jurek, where are you, Jurek? A new wolf. With regards to Jurek, this is the trident that I think we obtained it as a result. Can't remember if we bought it last time or we found it somewhere in the chest. Anyway, he's carrying the trident, coupled now with the Shield of the Dark God that we collected after winning the last scenario, Death on a Wing. So we already introduced these, if I recall correctly. So that's his equipment, and for his skill that we're going to take is the Feral Frenzy, right? Feral Frenzy for 2 stamina and 1 action. Exhaust this card to perform an attack. Okay. After you perform your attack, your wolf can immediately attack afterwards, and as long as this card is exhausted, each hero adjacent to your wolf or yourself can add 1 green dice to the attack pool. So it's like a buff. I gain the extra attack from my wolf, and I give buffs to my party as long as they're adjacent to me or my wolf, and I can attack with additional green dice. Fantastic, great. Okay, I need to remember about using these, because you get more and more 4 characters, 4 heroes to cover. That sometimes can be overwhelming. Okay, so that's the overview of our heroes. There's nothing else we can do in town. We don't have enough money. We're down to 3 gold, guys. So we're really, really, really poor. So we will leave the city now, and we'll see what options do we get. Do you really want to leave the city? Yes. Okay, so the only option that we have is an interlude right now. Okay, and there's only one, I suppose, that we can go for. Let's see. You just left a meeting with the Barons Grigory and Zakharev. The Shadowbinders were instrumental in the defeat of being known as Grivorn, said Baron Grigory's librarian as she adjusted her half-moon spectacles. According to the Shadowbinders, he was a dragon lord, but that's preposterous. In any case, they bound or rebound Grivorn into a runestone, which they then broke into half. Zakharev insists that Overlord must have 1/2. Said Baron Gregory. If so, he's looking for the other, the half-Belin and his chaps locked away in the Shadow Vault. Of course, no one seems to know where that blessed thing is or how to get inside, but we've sussed it out. The old Baron puffed up with pride. Well, simple thing then, really. Go there and fetch it. And come back as quick as you can. Do you want to continue with Quest Shadow Vault? Do I have any other choice? Let's just double check on the map. No, that's the only interlude. That's the only interlude choice that I have. So there's no other way. So yes, I do. I want to continue. Road Tall Tree. A tall tree offers a scouting vantage. Hero players choose one hero to suffer 1 stamina and test the eye. Okay, do we want to do that? Test the eye. Who has the highest eye? I think it's Laurel. Laurel is 4, 2, 4, or Jurek. Doesn't matter. Jurek, you go back. Okay, so you suffer one stamina, and let's have a look. Yeah, and you pass. Okay. Did he pass? Yes. You get a clear view from the top of the tree. You will be able to avoid some of the Overlord's reinforcements. Fantastic! All right. The remains of a wagon. Another encounter on the road. You find the remains of a wagon. A chest with a bizarre lock. It sits unopened among the wreckage. A voice whispers in your mind. By Ogre and Wraith, unleash that which waits. Do the heroes want to open the chest? Of course! You try to open the chest. The heroes choose one hero to test both strength, fist, and sun to open the chest. Did both heroes pass both tests? No, there's some mistake here. The heroes choose one hero. They choose heroes. Oh no, that's a mistake. So they can to test both. So we need 2 heroes to test both. Jurek has strength of 3 and I and sun of 2. So no, 2 and 2, 1 and 4. I don't think I can do that. 3 and 2. No. No. Okay, you failed to open the chest, but something has... yeah, okay. Yeah, no, we don't want to open it. Let's go. Winged minions. Next encounter. Winged minions of the Overlord descend to assault you from above. One hero tests the eye. If he fails, each hero suffers 1 damage and 1 stamina. Okay, so who can test our sun? I think it's going to be Grissom. Okay, he failed. So everybody suffers 1 and 1. Okay, and 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. Everybody suffers 1 damage. Okay, so that's the pool of damage. All right. Ancient graveyard. You stumble across an ancient graveyard. The statue of a hooded figure towers over the crumbling tombstones. In the statue's hands, a black crystal emanates of a foreboding glow. Do the heroes want to harvest the power of the crystals? Yes, we do. You touch the dark crystal. Each hero tests a book. Each hero who fails is terrified or diseased. If all heroes pass, place a hero token from the hero with the highest book besides the map. During his turn, that hero may discard it. If he does, each hero may discard 1 condition. Okay, so everybody needs to test the book. So Grissom 2 failed. Okay, so he will be terrified or diseased. Diseased, terrified or diseased. Diseased. I think we will take diseased. Okay, so Garen now 2 fails. Terrified, you cannot spend surges. Right, so I want to be terrified as I want to be diseased as well. So he will be diseased as well. There you go, diseased. 5 for everyone will be diseased. Okay. Or you know what? I'll give Terrify to Laurel, and this is for Jurek, and he failed as well. But you, buddy, will be terrified as well. So, yeah. All right. That's it. Hopefully, we will arrive at If all heroes pass. No, we did not. Yeah, the Shadow Vault campaign rules. Okay, set aside the following tiles. Okay, quite a lot of tiles, so it looks like it's going to be a huge map. I will set it up and I'll show you what it's all about in just a moment. Right, here we are. Let me tell you all about the setup. This is where we start as heroes on our starting tile. We have 4 search tokens, well, chests. Chests will represent these, and we have two objective tokens. One is green and one is red, according to the instructions. And the narrative says, with Grigori's maps and notes, finding and getting into the Shadow Vault is easy, and soon you find yourselves in the center of a cold and dark room that looks to be untouched for some time. All right, and the app tells us to locate the casket, which is in either of these two, and it forced me to start in the central part of the chamber of the cold and dark room, as the app calls it. Okay, I think I'll start my activation with either Laurel or Jurek, because they're both terrified as a result of the road event that occurred before we arrived here, and I want to finish my activation before any mobs spawn, so one of them at least can get rid of the terrified condition. I'll start with Laurel, because she relies more on surges than Jurek does, in a way. So yeah, I'll start with Laurel, and the very first thing she's going to do is shall we activate the objective token first, or let's loot a chest? So what I'm going to do, I will spend 2 stamina points to move 1, 2 and be in range to interact with both. I'll start with this one, so that's my first action. A small chest lies in front of you. Search. Finding the casket should be your first priority. So I suppose cannot do that. So okay, I'm looking for the casket, so I'll activate that. You spot the lead casket in the middle of the room. The green objective token is the casket which contains the Shadow Rune. Choose a hero to carry it. Put the objective token on that hero's sheet. Okay. So yeah, this is the green one. This is according to the rules. So I'll put it on Laurel's play area. Does that do anything else? Special rules. As an action, a hero can hand off the casket to an adjacent hero. A figure who is defeated while carrying the casket drops it in an adjacent empty space, or as close as possible. As an action, a hero or Zakharev can pick up the casket while in an adjacent space. Okay, so I suppose that will be important later on. There's no more rules. And the casket is locked tight. It must contain the Shadow Rune. Before you can go, however, you find your exit blocked by an unexpected figure, Baron Zakharev, and he's holding what must be the other half of the Shadow Rune. Thanks for doing the hard part, he sneers. Now I'll just kill you and take it. You and Zakharev are both trying to escape with the casket. Continue. Ooh, that's a huge map. Ooh. Absolutely gigantic. Right. Okay, I'll build it and then come back to you. Right, look at the size of that thing. I'm quite sure this is the biggest map I've ever seen for Descent. Okay, I haven't played all the missions, obviously, but this has to be one of the largest encounters to go through, and it's actually, going in a S reverse mirror-like image of an S letter. Okay, going like that, like a snake would go through. through a field or something. Anyways, let me tell you all about the special rules, what happened, what's on the map, and then we will zoom in where the action is, and we'll continue with our turns. We must remember that Laurel still has one action to do. Anyways, we encountered Baron Zakhareth. Okay, Baron is what's his specialty? His specialty is domination, subdue, and pierce. Okay, I'll tell you all about it when we get slightly closer to the action and when he actually activates. But his defense is black, 16 HP, 4 movement points. According to the rules, he can go through any door as if it was in there. Okay. Then he has the ghosts. What was it that they called? Shades, and they have flicker and soul shackle abilities, which we will go through. The card is on the side. We will go through their abilities in just a moment when we zoom in, just like as for Zakhareth. Right, so this is what the map looks like, and I have to say I've played a lot of scenarios for Descent. I haven't played all of them, obviously, but this has to be one of the biggest map layout that I've seen. This is the very first time that we reached this mission in Shadow Rune campaign, especially with the Valkyrie, so I'm not sure if it's as it was in the original book, or maybe Valkyrie up changed it a little bit, because this is what happens in Valkyrie. They changed the authors of that, they changed the layout of some of the missions, so that might have happened here. But anyways, it looks so exciting. Look at the size of that thing. All right. Let me tell you all about it. As before, we have 4 tokens, search tokens, in the starting location right there in the corner. We also have 1 objective token, and this is let me read the a stone staircase that leads up lies before you. You may spend 1 movement point while on a staircase to move to the other staircase as if they were adjacent spaces. But maybe you should look for the rune key first. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's quite interesting. We don't know where it leads to. We don't have any other objective tokens revealed yet, obviously. We have a locked door there, and this door says that a steel door that looks as though it hasn't been opened in a very long time, only a magical item can open it. Maybe it's the rune key that was just mentioned. We have a search token here and search token there, a closed door, normal door, and another normal door, and this is the exit area. Our goal is to reach the exit area with the Shadow Rune with us. Okay. We encountered Baron Zakhareth. Okay, we haven't seen him before. So apparently, of course, he's a bad guy. As if you weren't expecting that. So 4 movement points, 16 HP, attacks with red, blocks with black. He has pierce 2 on a surge, subdue and domination. I'll tell you all about his subdue and domination and what they do when we actually activate him and use these abilities when we zoom in slightly where the action is, because the way it is right now, it will be quite challenging for me to play it. Okay, and also he's accompanied by shades. He summoned these shades to support him in, well, defeating us. So the shades, 4 movement, 2 HP. Whoa, very weak. But a black defense die for both minions and master. Okay, they have soul shackle, flicker, and pierce. Attack with yellow. So not that strong unless the soul shackle or flicker does something nasty that we will explore in just a moment when we zoom in. There's also a nice mechanic here between the water tiles. And again, I'm not sure if it was in the original book, so maybe you can drop a line in comment section below, or this is something added by the Valkyrie app. let me tell you all about it. Okay, so special rules. Swimming. As an action, a figure may swim from any of the water spaces on the river's edge, here, tile, to the water space on the near edge of the stream, there. Alright, to do so, the figure performs an action and tests the eye. If he or she passes, they can move to a water space on the stream closest to the river's edge. Okay, so they jump into the river and just swim over there. If they fail the test, there is no effect. When Zakarev swims, he needs to test or suffer any... He does not need to test or suffer any damage. He simply moves as described above. Okay, so choose swim to execute the action. Okay, so for an action, test the eye. If you succeed, then you just bypass all that, which is an interesting feat. I wonder if it was in the original book. Same as with the staircase, but I don't know what the staircase leads to. So yeah, so that's that. That's the setup. I think I told you all about the rows, the doors, yeah, the enemies. So now I will readjust the camera and we will zoom in there, and we will see how to play this massive massive thing. All right, be right back. Right, so we zoomed in, readjusted the camera, the lighting. Hopefully it looks all right to you. And we will continue with our very first round. As I said, Laurel, she moved and she activated the objective token, as a result of which the rest happened. Okay, so now she will just search that search token next to her, adjacent to her. A small chest lies in front of you. I couldn't have done that because the app forced me to search, to activate the objective token first. So now you open the chest and see a small shining object lying inside. After examining it, you know it to be a rune key. Oh, you can use the red objective stairs to save some time. Brilliant. Continue. So discard this. Yeah, we will discard that and put it to the side. So that was Laurel. Okay, so she ended her turn, and now she will also get rid of this terrify condition because there are no enemies in her line of sight. So that's that. End turn. And now shades. Attack. Each attack gains Pierce X, where X is equal to the number of defense dice rolled. Oh, so they basically negate all defenses, right? So minions activate first. The order of activation is for an action, engage the closest hero. That's the first option. Second option, attack for an action, attack the adjacent hero. And the third option is if within 2 spaces of a hero, perform a move, action, and retreat. So they move 2. Yeah, their movement is... No, their movement is 4. Their HP is 2, right? Like so. So minions get to go first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I should have mentioned what their abilities are. Soul Shackle and Flicker. Okay. Soul Shackle X. Well, Soul Shackle 1 and 2. Respectively for both the minion and the master. And the Soul Shackle says, each time a hero within 3 spaces of this monster recovers 1 or more stamina, this monster may suffer X damage to reduce the number of stamina recovered by X to a minimum of 0. In Flicker, choose a hero within 3 spaces of this monster, remove this monster from the map and place it adjacent to that hero. Then, if this monster has not performed an attack action, that hero tests the eye. If he fails, perform an attack with this monster that targets that hero. And of course, Pierce. 1 for minion and 2 for the master. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And probably the same thing for the master, let me just, yeah, exactly the same. So the master goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. They can't attack. They are melee monsters. So masters activated. Okay, so they're closing in. Should we go through them or try to activate that staircase, which will lead me to some nice place? However, what I like to do first, though, is, since the shades are melee monsters, I think what I'm going to do, I will activate with Jurek, and I'll go through the bridge. Alright, so I will go 1, 2, 3 here, activate that search token. Hopefully we find some interesting items, and that's that. And then I'll get rid of my terrify condition because I'm standing behind the wall. Not sure if you can actually see that on camera, but there's a wall, so no monsters in line of sight, so perfect for me to get rid of that terrify condition, which I don't really like to keep for too long. So let's have a look what he finds in that chest. Ah, I just realized something. Oh, the app didn't say anything about that. Since I searched that token, that Laurel opened. Oh, so there must be something, some omissions on the app. I realize now. It didn't say on the app, so I missed it previously. So as soon as she opened that chest and found the runic key, these disappeared off the map. So they're not there. Oh, I understand now what happened, but the app, failed to tell me about this. Anyways, I'll move here so that I started here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in the corner. So that's my first action. My second action will be to spawn a wolf in that spot. And I'll just stay here with the wolf. I will not move in to attack. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So 1 stamina point, wolf. Where are you, wolf? Here. Okay, and we'll see what happens after that. Or yeah, let's do it like that. Okay, so that's Jurek, and he gets rid of the terrify condition. End turn. Now it's Baron Zakarev. Add 2 to Baron Zakarev's speed. Ooh. If Zakarev carries the casket, he does not. I am carrying the casket. If he does not carry the casket, engage the casket or the hero carrying it. Pick up the casket, attack the hero with the casket, use domination on the hero with the casket, and attack a hero. Right, so let's see what the domination is. Domination. For 1 action, Baron Zakarev tests his son, which is 3. Okay? If he succeeds, he can move any hero within line of sight by 2 spaces in any direction. After this movement, the hero must test their son. If they fail, they are immobilized. Ooh. Okay, and subdue. If that attack dealt at least 1 damage, choose 1 condition. Your target is under that, gains this condition. Okay, interesting. So he gains 2 speed up to 6 because he has 4. So he needs to engage Laurel, yeah, because she's carrying the casket. So he moves 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. He cannot go any further because we blocked the way. Okay. Good. Right. So that's that basically. Activated. So now it's Garen and Grissom who can do something about the situation we're in. How about we start attacking him? His HP is 16. We don't need to kill him, but if I apply some of the conditions on this guy, so he cannot move his pierce or subdue, so I would have to cause terrify. Where's my terrify is my ring? So I need to spend the surge to terrify my target. Okay, let's do it then. Let's do just that. And then he won't be able to use that. So my activation starts now with Brother Garen, and he's diseased. Okay, so he needs to test his son, and his son is 4, but reduced by 1 due to the fact that he equipped the blood ring to 3. Okay, so let's test. Remove these. 3. So he gets rid of that. Fantastic. So first success. Okay, so now we can attack him. I don't need to heal anybody. I don't need to do anything interesting. Yeah, so I suppose I'll attack Baron with my Life Drain Scepter. So he defends with a black, so it'll be kind of challenging to pierce through his defenses, but we'll see about that. Okay, and if I have at least 1 surge, then I'll use it to terrify Zakarev, so he won't be able to use his surges on me. Do I have any other buffs? Anything that I can boost my damage with? Of course, I will sacrifice my health to boost my damage by 1. And range is there, so good. So 2 damage and 2 surges. 1 surge, I will use the surge from Life Drain Scepter to boost my damage by 2. So in total, it's 3 damage. 2 is blocked, so 1 damage goes through. If I deal at least 1 damage, I recover 1 health as a result of Life Drain Scepter's ability. But his HP drops by 1. It is 15. So let's quickly build his 10 and 5. Okay, I'll put the HP stack next to his card. Okay, so it's down to 15 now. All right. And you, matey, get a Terrify token on you as a result of the second surge. Second surge that I'm using from my dice. So that was the first activation, and I think I will. And do I need to kill him? Well, no, I just need to block him so he doesn't go through and he does not attack Laurel. So for my second activation, I will summon my zombie, okay, here, and he moves 1 and attacks Baron with his red dice, okay, just like that. For 1 surge, I can boost my damage by 1. 2 versus 2, nothing happens. The attack is blocked, okay? So that was Garen, end turn, and now Grissom. Grissom. My first action is to not action, but well, whatever I'm going to do, I need to test the sun because I'm diseased. Okay, as a result of the travel event, road event that we came across. His sun is 3, so let's test his sun, and he passes. Fantastic, well done, guys. We got rid of all conditions in turn 1, which is a good start. Now I will use my Staff of Light action. Each hero in line in the area of 3 from you gains 1 HP and 1 stamina. And actually everybody gets 1 HP and 1 stamina because we lost 1 each during one of the road events. So 1, 1, 1, like that. 1 stamina for everybody and 1 HP for everybody, because we lost 1 HP as well. So that was my first action. Now, I don't want to activate the stairs right now, because this is the very last action that I have this turn, and I don't know what's going to happen. If these doors unlock a new chamber, new room, or take me somewhere with additional mobs, it's something I don't want to go through. So what can I do? Shall I hit him? Or, yeah, I suppose we could hit him. Yeah, let's hit him with my Staff of Light. I don't think it's necessary, but let's have a look. Why not? Right, we have the range, 4, 3 damage, 3 block, so nothing happens. But was there anything better that I could have done? Well, I could have moved 2 spaces with my stamina and rested and be closer to the staircase, but that would make me too far away from, let's say, the Wolf and Jurek for Grissom to activate his abilities, you know, shields and healing and anything like that. So I'd prefer to stay there and see what happens. All right, so that's Grissom. Let's see if anything happens. No, it's the beginning of a new turn, and I suppose we will stop this episode here. A lot has happened. We started in town. We went through several road events that caused some nasty conditions and damage. We arrived at the scene of the Interludium, and we encountered Zakarev with shades. So that's that. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next one very shortly. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.